connection. Home of the P-Funk, the bomb, uncut.
Oh, well, all right. Everybody, once again, welcome to the Rollin' Grimes Show live. Rollin' Bubba Grimes here, your troglodyte on every other Monday night. I'm here with my esteemed co-host, and she actually wants me to turn up her mic. But it was before I introduced her. Before I introduced her to the rest of the world, as if y'all don't know her by now. But this is once again my esteemed co-host, the lovely, the debonair, the motherly, all that wrapped up in one.
All that in one.
We're just gonna call you. Is it too loud?
No, I can't hear myself.
You can't hear yourself? All right, can you hear yourself now?
Yes.
You can hear yourself now?
Yeah.
All right, you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, my baby, Coach Tanya. Coach Tanya, high five, baby.
Hey,
All right, so all is well with you?
yes, everything is good.
All right, my man Mark Wiggins will be coming on Skype as soon as I get my Skype turned on. So, unfortunately, some people walked into our studio and just short-circuited my technology.
Your technology, your everything.
Your brain.
You know everything.
You know, all I have a question is, has your memory bank ever got this funk? so Coach Tanya, tell us about your weekend. Okay, thank you. I can see
Really?
it was curious.
I had to think, what did I do?
I know, right? I did that earlier today. Somebody said, what'd you
It's
do?
weird because I didn't have any basketball this weekend.
Oh, okay. So it was a
that
flat
was
line.
Yeah.
She's
it
like,
was
I don't
weird.
know what to do
I
with
had
me.
to think what I did.
Ron, I got all kinds of space here now. Did you move stuff?
I got an echo.
You got an echo? Oh, Ron, we got an echo.
I got an echo.
Okay, do you still have an echo?
Yes.
I know why you got an echo. Now that you have an echo.
No, I don't have an
No,
echo.
you don't. All right, that's because. All right, folks, for those of you who are watching this for the 475th time,
Hey,
this
my
is.
Facebook people.
I am the engineer, co-engineer, producer, co-producer. What else am I? Host.
Everything. Host.
Everything. I'm the
Everything.
salesman.
You everything.
Yeah. But you know what I am most of all?
What?
What am I on Monday night?
The chocolate troglodyte.
So for those of you who have just stepped into our new zone, Coach Tanya has an X on her mic. And she was like,
What is this X for?
You keep coming in. We got something new for you every time.
That's where I'm supposed to talk at.
Okay,
Right there.
No. So what happens is you lift up.
But then it's in my face. I don't want it in my face.
It's never really not in your face. It's at your chin.
It's in my face.
Is it in your face? It's in your face because you're looking down at your Facebook Live, right?
Okay, now it's not in my face.
It's not in your face?
No, can you
Because
hear
you
me now?
move. It is in your face, Steve. You just moved your arm. Come on, y'all. Y'all witnesses to it. All right, so Coach Tanya, while
Yes.
we get Mike and Mark, while we getting our mic all pumped up for Mark, I had a very interesting weekend. Had
What'd
a
you do?
chance to do absolutely nothing. I was a complete waste of flesh this whole weekend. I didn't.
That's not good.
Yeah. Oh, actually, it was.
Okay. Well, probably for you because you need to rest. You need a day of doing nothing.
Slim, somebody said to me today, like, you are the busiest person I know. And that came from black female, which they don't ever usually, you're the laziest Negro. You know how y'all out working and stuff. Sister said, you are the busiest brother I know. I said, damn, I guess you got a point.
Right.
So, it's ringing. You all stay tuned. It's ringing.
Yep. I had 2 club meetings this weekend.
Oh, you had 2 club
Yeah.
meetings?
Yeah.
Which clubs?
Eastern Star and my motorcycle club.
I got Mark.
You have
So,
Mark. Hi, Mark.
Hold on, Mark can't hear you. Oh, you can hear us, Mark? I can hear you. All right, Mark, I'm going to tune you into the radio in a second. Hold on. So, you know what I like about your Eastern Star meetings?
What?
Y'all talk about secret stuff that y'all not supposed to tell anybody else. So what y'all talk about?
Can't tell you.
What you mean you can't tell?
Can't tell you.
You better stop. you better stop. Hey, Mark.
Mark, he might be a little off tonight. There's a guest in the studio that kind of has his attention for the moment. So he might not be the normal Roland that you're used to.
Mark, I might be a little more off than normal.
I don't know if that's possible.
I know, right?
Mark, she just made him forget his birthday. I mean, his sign. So, I mean,
What's that? I don't have.
his zodiac sign. So I'm a little worried about him.
I gotta. Yeah, I'm tongue-tied, twisted, flipped out, turned out, can't get it straight. Save my life. Mark, have you ever seen that from me?
Uh, Only when. Never mind.
All right, so look, you are definitely about to blow it. You about to mess up. So look, man, we're gonna take
Dude,
a.
I'm about to go Facebook Live. Can I go live yet? Can I go Facebook
Yes.
Live?
Yeah, because I'm gonna get serious in about 37 seconds. So you go ahead and do Facebook Live. You can tune me out. I'm gonna take a 1 minute commercial break so that we can get you all piped up and ready to go. So do what you got to do. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ignore you for 37 seconds or so while you talk to your peoples.
All right.
And come on back and
Talk
get
to my
us.
peoples.
Come on back and get
Talk to
us.
my peoples.
There you go. Mr. Ron, I'm going to go ahead and plug him into camera 3, sir. Is that okay with you?
Make sure you get my good side.
Okay.
What's up, Facebook Live? It's me, Mark Wiggins, the Speaker Man. I'm going live on my radio show, hanging out with Roland Grimes. He's all the way in. What part of Maryland are you in?
Capitol Heights.
I'm in Indianapolis.
Capitol Heights.
He's over in Brooklyn Heights.
I'm with Charles Barkley in Indianapolis.
He's over in Maryland. And we're doing this show via Skype and live. Y'all sitting in on my at my in-home studio. And we're going to make this thing work.
Oh, look
There
at
you go. Look
you.
at you.
Look at you. Hip talk, chocolate, bro. I'm sorry. It's Facebook Live. I'm supposed to be serious by now.
So be serious on Facebook Live.
Hi, Mr.
Hey,
Speaker.
what's up, Tanya?
Hey,
Hi.
Mark.
Hi, Mr. Speaker Man.
What is going on? What's good? What's good?
Give me a mic check real quick on my end. Say your name for the peoples.
Mark Wiggins, the Speaker Man. Mark Wiggins, the Speaker Man. Can you hear me?
Awesome. Coach Tanya, I want to do a quick mic check on you.
Yes, sir.
One more time.
Hey. Hey, Facebook.
You got an echo too?
I got an echo.
You got echo now?
No.
All right.
Hey, Tony.
Dragon one.
Lord of Wildcats.
So, Mark, what we're going to
What's
do...
up, Cheryl? What are you doing, Rolly?
I am rebooting my system so I can get you up on the screen. And while I do
Hey,
that...
He won't
Tanya
know.
Eileen, what's up, Sarah, homie? I talk to my people, man. Y'all get together. I'm talking to my people.
Well, actually, I always have it together. It's just that I don't usually share it. So...
Hey, Tanya Eileen, did you work out today? I know
Yes.
you hit the gym. I didn't see no videos on the IG.
So, Coach Tanya,
Yes, sir.
Nice.
What's up?
that was a heck of a show last week.
Yes,
I
it
told
was.
you. People... Mark, Tanya and I won an Emmy without you last week.
I figured the night that I wasn't on, that y'all win something crazy or something.
Yeah.
Actually, it wasn't crazy. We just kind of made it do what it do. It really
Yeah,
was. It was
I'm sure.
actually a good topic. It was.
But Roland, I was actually teaching and talking to
Oh,
some coaches
gosh.
over in Maryland and stuff. So
Okay.
it was a good excuse not to be here.
According
Okay.
to you. But I'm
Wow.
glad you were doing what you were supposed to do. Coach Tanya was not happy with me. So I had to take the brunt of all of her Cancerian fervor last week. Where's Mark?
Dude, I need to get my thesaurus. I need you to slow down on those words so I can spell them.
Oh, okay.
Well, see, that's okay because
What did you say?
Mark gonna make that up to me because I'm gonna make him a part of my men's weekend.
Oh,
So
oh,
Mark,
he be
you
dope.
gonna have to make that up for
Oh,
not
he-
being here last week, and
Dude,
I'll
no
talk
part
to
of
you.
what? Part of-
I want to do.
Just do what
I'm
she tell
doing a
you.
men's seminar, and I need some speakers and some presenters. So I'm gonna hit you up
Hey,
about it.
Kate, what's happening? Hey, look here, man. My people are they want to hear the radio show. What's going on?
All right, so do me a favor on Facebook, Mark. Stop saying hi to all them people.
You have
All
to
right?
type to him,
Yeah,
Mark.
just
Type to him.
wave to him or something, dude.
I-
hit the little thumbs up button or
Type
whatever.
your responses to him.
You know, sometimes Coach Tanya, Mark, as we're going to be doing a conference call on Wednesday night. Mark, I'll send you that information as well. We're going to do the conference call, but I'm going to go over some of the things we're going to be dealing with shortly. Coach Tanya,
Yes.
I've collaborated with Dr. Z, who's the proprietor of the Happiness Campaign here on Wednesday nights.
Okay.
And Dr. Z and I are launching a speakers bureau. So we're going to engage all of the folks we know from Charlotte, North Carolina, all the way to here. And we're going to include them in our speakers bureau. and it's going to be dynamic. We'll have the website probably done by the end of April.
Okay.
And we'll be able to, athletes, entertainers, artists, business, I can actually put it out there, Mark, because if anybody takes it, they got to deal with me. It's called Live Alive.
Live
It's called-
alive.
Live Alive. Live. Live Alive.
So let me get this straight. So your new speakers girl is called Live Alive.
It's called Live Alive. Live. Live Alive.
Hey. Okay. Live Alive. I got it.
Live Alive. And it's called Live Alive Lecture Legacy.
That's a lot of L's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot of L's.
We have to work on that one, Coach Tanya. I don't know about all that.
Yeah, that's a lot of L's.
You didn't consult me on that.
Me either.
I ain't think about neither one of you know right now. Live Alive Lecture and
Say it 3 times fast.
Live Alive Lecture Legacy. Live Alive
Fast.
Lecture. Come on now, Live Alive Lecture Legacy. Now, my tongue will move fast. But you better leave me alone.
N-E-way.
You better leave me alone.
N-E-way.
You better leave me alone.
I'm going to leave that alone.
Mark, tell her don't start none, won't be none.
So
I'm waiting for
what
you to
are,
start something.
so what are we talking to Mark about today?
We will be. I'm sorry, SpeakerMan. So
SpeakerMan.
Right,
I'm
so
sorry.
SpeakerMan
I'm going to start.
and the chocolate day, we have oratory skills.
Okay.
Right? So Live Alive Lecture Legacy.
Very good.
And and then basically just call it Live Alive. Live Alive Lecture Legacy.
Okay.
Speakers, and then subtitle. However, but imagine imagine the logo. And some of my favorite people, their first names begin with an L.
Of course, yes.
Like, who?
Me.
Mm-hmm.
LaTanya.
Mm-hmm. 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 Larisha. Love that.
Bro,
Keep going. Yes.
bro,
I'm sorry.
the people want to know. The people want
What do people want to know?
to know. All letters. They can look this up. They need somebody can log in on the Facebook so they can listen.
elifemedia.net. elifemedia.net. And they can see us live. elifemedia.net.
elifemedia.net.
Yes.
And,
elifemedia.net.
And right now, they can see a picture of me and my favorite color. Mark, I bet you know what my favorite color is. Coach Tanya.
Orange.
Yes. Mark, you got it right. Coach Tanya.
Yes.
I am slimming
Yes, you are.
even more. I'm starting to see cuts
We-
and stuff.
I'm tired of seeing you. Can we flash Coach Tanya or something at this point?
Thank
Mark,
you, Mark.
Mark, I have worked hard to look this good, man. Forget you.
You have.
And the ship that brought you here. You know what I'm saying?
He only wants me to be heard and not seen.
Oh no, that's true. Because Tanya gonna get me stabbed.
I get him in trouble when I go out with him in public.
Mark, every time I go someplace with Coach Tanya, some dude is in the corner trying to stab me, man. It is bad. It is bad. But on the serious side of Rolling Grimes show, we talked about motivation last week, Mark. And Coach Tanya and I, in your absence, I believe we did a remarkable job. I say remarkable because it wasn't planned. It was truly impromptu. So we talked about different aspects of motivation. We talked about what makes a person drive from within, what kind of things externally. One of the things that Coach Tanya brought up to me right off the break is that part of her primary motivation for doing things are her children. And then she asked me about mine. I said, no. And it's not that I don't really care about the children. It's just that I was motivated to do certain things regardless of who was in the building or why. I just have a internal drive that keeps going all the time. It just doesn't cut off. Mm-hmm. However, we also began to talk more and more about some of the challenges that people encounter, how they overcome them. And I really, really am impressed, man, with the whole concept of, those three things. You have the bench, the sideline, you have the spectators in the stands, and you have those who are on the
bench.
Bench.
B-E-N-C-H.
Yes, B-E-N.
Yeah.
There's those on the bench. Yes. On the bench. You bench.
All right.
Because that didn't come out clearly.
The It sounds like a fraudulent slip.
Yeah.
Freudian slip.
Yes.
I apologize to all my listeners. Bench.
Yes. Thank you.
Right.
Wow.
The playing field and, of course, the stands. And Mark really talks about folks getting off the bench. But, Mark, since you had a chance to spend some time, and all the folks who are watching now are getting ready to see you up on the screen, and there you are. Welcome once again, my brother. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to some and present to others the man that we call the Speaker Man, and Mr. Mark Wiggins has this wonderful platform telling folks how to get off the bench and then some. Mark, what have you prepared for us as part of our dialogue today, my brother?
What was the question?
What have you prepared for us as part of your dialogue today?
Oh, what have I prepared for the dialogue? Well, I'm going to run the dialogue that I didn't get to run last week because I was working.
Awesome.
And I missed it.
Awesome.
But I think we talked about before, Roland, we talked about the whole concept of, we talking about getting off the bench, and we were talking about extreme effort. What is extreme effort? What is it that makes you go do what you want to do, kind of tying into what your conversation was with Coach Tanya. The formula, what I talk about a lot is the MTXC, which is mental toughness with extreme effort. And the mental toughness part actually is probably the biggest part of it. Setting goals, setting things that you want to do, motivating yourself, everything's mental. The tenacity part, or the toughness part, is actually getting up and doing those things that you want to do, as you're trying to do, actually getting up. But all of those are just thoughts and commitments and things that you're going to do. It takes the extreme effort to really get your goals and where you want to go. And the reason I call it extreme effort, Roland, is you can give normal effort. You can just give some effort. There's some people who just give less than enough effort. But when you really want to go for something, you want to get to the next level, you need something out of ordinary. You need to do more than you would normally do. You need to do way more than you normally do. I like to use the example when I'm talking to entrepreneurs. If you are in your business and work in your business, and you think that it's just enough to send out emails and work Infusionsoft and direct mail campaigns, that's going to just be enough for you, there's not enough effort.
True.
Extreme effort means network groups. It means getting out in the street. It means speaking for free. Anything over and above what everybody else is going to do to help you stand out. In the world of sports, what do they always say? Whatever you won't do, somebody else will do. And when that person meets you, they're going to beat you. So you've got to give more than just regular effort to get off and get into this game.
I hear that a lot. I know some people who seem to have been very successful giving forth very little effort, though. And I watch some of those people sometimes with some jealousy in my heart, curiosity in my mind, and I used to really be taken aback by the person who could outrun me, outjump me, outplay me, but yet didn't outwork me. Mm-hmm. And I always wondered maybe if I was doing something I shouldn't be doing, because by nature they seemed to have an advantage that I couldn't catch them no matter what I did, no matter how hard I studied. Coach Tanya, have you experienced situations where you outworked the ones around you, but yet they seem to win the prize?
Yes. Mm-hmm. And working in sports. I mean, you have some that are that natural athlete that everything comes easy to them when they don't have to work. They don't have to put in that extra effort, but you do to at least meet them where they're at. And like Mark said, you have to go above and beyond and put that extreme in there. But Mark, my question to you is, when you have someone that doesn't have that motivation, that doesn't know how to find that extreme, how do you motivate them? How do you get to them to have them go that step beyond?
That's a great coach. That's a great question, Coach Tanya. How do you help someone get that extreme? How do you help them get motivated?
Right.
Well, one of the things I think people need to be just honest with themselves about their goals. Sometimes, we talk about SMART goals, right? Specific, attainable, realistic, time bound. Everybody knows that. But sometimes people get caught up on the A and the R. Mm-hmm. Are your goals really attainable, and are they realistic? Mm-hmm. Maybe your goals is not realistic. Maybe you're setting yourself up for failure before you even get started. you put something out there that you know you're not prepared for. I'm not saying you couldn't get it. I'm not saying it's not realistic, but maybe it's not right now. And I think when people understand what their why is and where they're trying to go, and they're clear on their goals, then they can get motivated. You know, why are you doing something? I know, Coach Tony, you probably ask this question all the time to your clients. What's your why? If you can't explain to me what it is you're trying to do and where you're trying to go, then how are you going to get there, and how am I really going to help you?
Right.
And it's a choice. It's a choice. You choose to be motivated. I have people who are on my Facebook Live now. Let's see. My friend Tanya, Eileen, down there in Birmingham. This is the girl who's been in the gym working on like a billion for the past couple of years. And you ask her why, is because she wanted to change her physique, her look, and her mental outlook on life. And now you see her, you can't get out of the gym, but she's motivated. Who can't spell the word gym. They don't want to go in the gym.
Right.
And then there's me who struggles when I look at the gym. I'm like, I've done that enough in my life. I really don't want it. So we've got to find a common way to get people motivated. And I think for me, when I'm dealing with coaching with people, is to really clarify, identify, and embrace their why.
Sustaining it, though. So I'm going to deal with some of the things that people have contacted me about that are difficult for them. So as you talk about the why, as you talk about them being able to vet their goals and the realism of their goals, I can make a decision today that I want to climb Mount Everest. And then somewhere along the pathway, life is going to hit me. And it's not going to seem so attractive because of all of the different things that I may have to endure and overcome just to get to the mountain that have nothing to do with the damn mountain. So when that happens, Mar, how do you and what do you say to your audiences about sustaining and maintaining those goals regardless of
Yeah. So actually, that kind of goes back to, you're talking about sustaining goals. That kind of goes back to my word for the year. The word for my word for the year is momentum. Momentum. It's just something about being consistent, something about staying on task. It's something about doing it. But I think along the way, and I would love to hear Coach Tanya's take on this as well, is two things. One, I think you need to recognize what a goal achieved is. Like, you have this big goal, and you think that big goal is the goal. Like you said, you want to climb Mount Everest. That's a big goal, but you need to back that down a little bit. Do you need to get into shape? You need to buy some gear. You need to get on your journey to success. You have to know where you're going, and then you work that plan and have more success, redefining what you call success. Because let me tell you, the key is, and people just need to remind themselves that success is personal. It's personal. What is success to you may not be success to me. My failure maybe look like success to you. You know, I had a friend, my graphic artist, actually, I talked about her, Adrian. She went over to Kilimanjaro and tried to climb the mountain and everything. Now, just a side note, she was psyched to go, don't do anything, but she wanted to get to that mountain. She didn't make it to the base camp and had to come back down. Well, a lot of people never make it to the base camp. And I said, well, hey, Adrian, how'd you feel about that? She said, I feel great. I didn't get to the base camp, but I pushed myself so far and beyond where I thought I could go. I feel like I've won. And I said, that's a great way to look at things, because you're not going to get to that mountain. And what if you don't get there? Did you fail? Did everything that you try to put in there, is that failure? No, I don't think so. No. But if we set better goals along the way, some milestones to keep us successful, success breeds success, and you're going to want to keep working. Coach Tanya, what's your spin on that?
That's true. I think you have to set a goal. You have that main goal that you want to get, like you say, the mountain. You want to climb that mountain, but you also have to set smaller goals along the way, because like you say, you have to take those steps. You want to climb the mountain, but like you say, if you're not in shape, you're not in shape. You're never going to make it to the top of that mountain. So the first thing is, you got to get in the gym. You got to get in there. You got to put in the work to get your body ready for that. You got to get your mind. You got to do things to get your mind ready for what you're getting ready to go through physically and mentally. When you have to get out there, go through the exercises, get through the pain, and go back to the gym the next day, so that you can move forward to going to that mountain and trying. And like you say, she didn't make it to the top, but she made it as far as she could. So that's a goal, and that's an accomplishment that she did within herself. So maybe the next time she goes, she'll get a little further. But she still has that main goal in her sights. So everybody needs to have, and we talked about this last week with a vision board. You have to kind of have that vision board of everything that you want, and then just break that down into smaller pieces and work those smaller pieces to get to the bigger puzzle. If you think about it, a puzzle is a gazillion pieces. And in order to see the big picture, you got to put them all together.
That's right. That's right. You know, success, again, is personal. It's small wins along the way. It's not one major event. Back to the example of my friend, most people have never even been to Kilimanjaro in the first place. You know, where is it? Where is it? My geography is horrible. Where is it anyway? Is it next to Fuji Mountain? I don't think so. But the whole idea is that she got further than most people. Got further than most people. So that's how you have to break down again and get people to really be back to that A and that R. Is the goal that you're setting, is it attainable, and is it realistic? Is it realistic?
Well, Mark, so everybody that I was around growing up hit me with some goals that just really didn't seem realistic. In other words, you know, when I set realistic goals, sometimes the ones that seem real to me, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? In other words, shoot for something that is beyond real in my mind, and then maybe I hit what's real. Sometimes, have you ever said to a person, go and look at unrealistic goal as your goal and pursue that, shoot for that, and then where you end up may very well be further than where you would have been had you not done that.
So that's true, and please don't get it twisted. I'm not saying don't set big goals. I think you should set big enough goals that blow your own mind, that when you get there, you're even shocked that you got there.
That goes beyond a step ladder.
Yeah, you need a step ladder, like my daddy used to say. You know, if you can reach your goals with a step ladder, then they're probably too low. However, there comes a time where you need to challenge yourself to go a little bit beyond where you can go. And that little beyond is still a progress piece. If you're setting these big, major dream goals and you're not preparing, you're not working on it, you're not having any steps in between to get to that major goal, it's going to seem, dare I say, impossible. And then you become frustrated. And then you don't want to do it. And then there goes the motivation. Then you say, you know what? Forget what you're talking about and your mama and everybody. I don't want to do anything. And then you go, I'm just not going to have any goals. That's kind of backwards. Where have the big major goal, but you need some steps to get there. You can't necessarily, for instance, I had a cookie store, right? We ended up with 2 cookie stores and we lost both cookie stores. I didn't jump in and open up 2 stores. I've never even made any cookies before. So how am I going to jump to a business, have 2 stores without opening 1 store first and trying to make it work? Right. It doesn't make sense. Now, it's not unrealistic. It just wasn't attainable at that moment. It became more realistic. The dominant cookie maker in the area. But you've got to start with something that's attainable, realistic, get the momentum going, small goals, small wins, and move to something bigger. You've got to challenge yourself. You have to challenge yourself, but don't make it so difficult that one slip up or one fallback makes you want to quit. And then once you quit, then you're never going to start again.
And you have to focus on one part of that goal.
Right, you got one job.
You have to focus on one part of it. One of the gentlemen on Facebook Live said that he's trying to do so many things that he has to step back and figure out which one he should do first. And that's true, because if you're trying to do a million things at one time, something's going to fall. And then you're going to get frustrated because nothing's going to work and everything is going to be all over the place. So you got to pick one thing to focus on and do that one thing right, and then move to that next step.
Yeah, I think when you're talking about that one thing, I had this discussion with someone about the thing priorities versus priority. There's only one priority.
Right.
There's no plurals. There's stuff that has to get done, but when you're tasking and trying to go somewhere, there's one priority.
Right.
And when you achieve that priority, then you go to the next priority. You're working on things, but they all can't be front of mind, front forward.
Correct.
Like you're just saying, your ADD, I don't care how good it is, can actually be to your detriment. I have trouble with that. I have to focus like on one thing at a time sometimes, and it's small wins, and then you put it together and you try to make it. You've got to learn how to delegate. You've got to know where your limitations are. Who out there amongst your friends, your peers, or whatever, have the skill set that you are lacking in?
True.
Why would you spend more time in something that you don't do well that's taking your energy away from the thing that you do well?
That's true.
Get that person on board on your team, share your vision, and then hold them accountable for what you need to get done.
And that's pretty powerful as I'm listening to it. Let me give you a personal anecdote. So, number one, I never wanted to be an engineer in right or wrong, in a media studio. Did you ever remember?
I never wanted to be a talk show host.
Okay, you got me on that one, Coach Ryan. So I wanted to get into this media thing, but I didn't want to do engineering. I hate engineering. But I had to do engineering in this situation in order to get to maintain this long enough to be able to get to where it is I'm going now. Mm-hmm. And as a result of that, it took me away from my goals. My goal was to be able to do X, Y, and Z by now. And had I been able to put and thrust all of my energy into that approach, then I would be taking the Roll and Grimes show to different cities right now. But I had to put that essentially on hold and make the priority the engineering in order to sustain the station long enough to be able to do this other part that I really want to do. So Mark, in terms of, and Coach Ty, in terms of setting those goals, how often do you hear people say, I have to do this thing that I hate doing in order for me to be able to do the thing that I really want to do? Man, I hate doing this thing so much that I really am considering throwing the whole thing away because I really, really don't want to do this thing that I have to do in order to be able to get to where I want to go.
Well, hold on. Before we answer, let me jump in. Watch this, Coach Tony. Watch me laser coach right now.
Okay.
Bro, I'm going to roll back with you on your example. I'm going to disagree.
You're the first one that ever did that. You know that, right?
Well, you see, I'm all the way in Virginia, so I'm not.
All right, so I can't reach
out. You ain't the first one, because I disagree with him too sometimes.
Yeah, but you ain't supposed to tell him that.
But go ahead, Mark.
My point is, see, you and people quickly tend to disregard and / forget the success they've already had and call it they've not had any success or not what they're supposed to do. I'm sorry, Roland, how many different cities have you already been in? What have you already done? You've been videotaping shows. We shot videos inside of Everlasting Life in the summer when it was hot. I lost 5 pounds. We were over at the restaurant. You've been in different cities. You've done those things. Right. It's no certain, particular order. It's not the order that you wanted to have happen, but it's already done. This is just a part of it. This is just a season. It is not I don't want to do the engineer. You have to be an engineer because you have to do the rest of the things to make your package even better than it already is. And you have a skill set that most people don't have. So it's not it's a side road a little bit, but it's not a deterrent. And by the way, you've already achieved a lot of stuff that most people have never achieved. Was it 100 shows in the summer or 2 summers? What did you do? Give me the number again, because I think you forgot.
And Mark, I totally agree with you on that. Before he gives you those numbers, he also has to look at it as being the engineer. Now it's put you out there and you've been able to meet different people that you may not have met if you have been on the road, and put you in contact with different people that you may not have been in contact with. We also have to remember that no matter what our goals, what our dreams are, there's somebody that got a bigger goal and a bigger dream for us. And they're going to set those standards no matter what. You can have your goal, you can have your dream, but until he's ready for you to get it, you're not going to get it. So you just have to follow along that path of where he's leading you until he gets you to that point.
Wow. And the church says. So it is. So, but that's what I'm saying, Rolly. It's in the, and I appreciate you being transparent with the audience and the listener.
So I think
speaking radio.
The Pentagon is scrambling your internet.
We're cracking up. I think
yeah. So repeat what you just said.
I was saying that you're at the point where a lot of people bail. They're bail because they're doing something that's now not what they thought they were going to start off doing, but it is part of what is necessary for you to be the total package success. And you've been, like I said, you just take a moment and look over your shoulder and look back what the things that you've done. When you want your own motivation, when you want to get yourself a pat on the back, when you need to keep your own momentum, just take a look back at some of the things that you have done. And I promise you, you've been more successful than you give yourself credit for.
Yes, definitely.
Awesome.
Definitely.
So that's a great lesson for any and everybody that's listening in and that's going to be watching later. And Speaker Man, I would love to see a lecture from you telling people that you're more successful than what you know you are, even at this stage of the game. I think about a movie like Pursuit of Happiness, and that was a real hard movie for me to watch because I could relate to a lot of the things that Will Smith's character was I don't want to say going through, but was dealing with on his way to where he was going. And as he was doing it, he had, it seemed like almost every imaginary minefield thrown in front of him. And every time he had to deal with it, he had to, real life story, he had to figure out how to overcome it within himself and show up and perform regardless. So from athletics, I thank God for that example because, when the lights come on and the ball is snapped, you forget about everybody and everything that happened before. You forget about the midterm exam. You forget about, the girl that stood you up on the last date. You're not thinking about who died, who got married. Mark, you have a call. So we're getting ready to wrap up the show in a few, but I'm going to take this caller if they call back. Okay, no.
I'm looking at my phone like, who's calling me right now?
So I think I know the caller. So we're going to grab this phone call if it comes back in. Well, Mark, man, I really appreciate it. And you are going to do this as often as we can, but it's very, very important because this is going to be part of the series of Mark the Speaker Man and him connecting folks to these messages. And part of my responsibility is to get folks in front of the message so we can take this message wherever it is that we're supposed to take it. Caller, are you there?
Yes, I am.
You have a question or comment for Mark the Speaker Man Wiggins?
Well, I just wanted to say that it's, that is so true about everything that y'all just said, because I'm just finally now looking back over my life of what I've done, and I'm finally now stepping into my role, what I should have been doing a long time ago, instead of letting somebody take me off of my vision, what I wanted to do. So I'm sitting there listening, and I'm like in the back, amen. But you're definitely right. So many people have done stuff, and it's just what I think I see what's going on is just, like Tanya said, it's steps. And we have a vision. A lot of people don't stay on that plan, but God has a bigger plan. So when we do the smaller stuff, it adds up to the bigger picture. So a lot of people don't see that until it's too late. Oh, I should have done this years ago. So I'm finally now just walking into what I should have been doing a long time ago. So I'm up in the background like, yes, preach. So, yeah, definitely a lot more people need to hear that, because there's a lot of people that are doing stuff that they don't want to do, but then they wasting it, not saying wasting the time, but they could have been doing what they've been, their vision was, but they let other people steal their dreams and their vision. So this is good. So definitely y'all need to have a seminar, because there's a lot of people that need to hear this.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, caller. I know,
Thank
caller,
you.
I'll say this, I needed to hear it, and not so much because I needed the therapy, because I know how to reach you jokers on the phone, but just a reminder and the value of what it is that we're doing and how we're doing it. Coach Tanya, as always, it's a pleasure, and these hours go by real fast sometimes.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Mark, I can't wait until we do the next one. So what's going to happen with this one is we're going to chop it up a little bit, and we're going to send a signal out to folks, and we're going to let them know where they need to connect with you, and we're going to keep this train rolling. And that's it, man. I appreciate
And Mark,
you.
I will get with you in regards to my men's seminar and give you some information about it.
I look forward to it, Coach. I love it. Roland, I appreciate your effort, and I appreciate the reach out. Every once in a while, when you're chasing your dreams, I'm watching the clock. I see we got about a minute. When you're chasing your dreams and you stop, somebody along the way has to come and drag you.
Right.
They got to drag you. And you shouldn't have someone drag you for your dreams, but when you get tired and when you get frustrated, when you get defeated, that's what you do. You sit down.
Right.
I just want to thank you, Roland, publicly for coming and dragging me to where I need to get back into the game and do what I need to do to help people get off the bench, to stay motivated, because, at the end of the day, if you can't help somebody else do something, then what you're here for.
That's pretty profound, man, because you're right. I mean, I not had to, but I chose to call you every month, every other month, every couple of months. And because of various reasons, but I saw something, I see something, and then my thing is to go get you. And same with Coach Tanya. When I first talked to her, first saw that light came on, I said, you know what, I got to have you. And she was like, you're out your mind. So I just want to thank folks like you for answering that bell. And you made the journey that much more powerful. And I can't wait to see some more of the magic that we're going to create.
Yes, we all need that accountability partner.
I don't want no accountability part. I want some funk. I want some funk uncut. I want the bomb. All right, Mark.
All right, bro. All right, Coach.
All right,
God bless.
talk to you later.
Man. All right, folks. That was Mark, the Speaker Man Wiggins. And as soon as I turn your mic back up, Coach Tanya, you can actually hear me.
Yes.
I'm going to, let's see what we could do here. Yes, that was Mark, the Speaker Man Wiggins. And he motivated me so much, Coach Tanya, I'm never going to call him again.
Yes, you are.
Because
We'll
now
I
actually got to go take action.
That's right.
You ready for Haki, the Success Scholar?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness, man. I love me some Haki, the Success Scholar. You folks sit tight. We're going to listen to a little bit of Alicia Myers, If You Play Your Cards Right.
All righty. And I guess I'll see you in, 3 weeks?
Man, I don't even like the way that sounds. But you know what? Every 3 weeks we're going to get better, right?
All righty.
But we will be in communication because I know now, do not let stuff happen without feeling. Thank you, darling.
Right. You're welcome.
And it's been a pleasure. Love you.
Alrighty, good
Hey, folks, sit
night.
tight. We're ready for Haki, the Success Scholar, coming at you in a few moments. Bye-bye.